In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make your testing appointment if you are going to be taking your test at home using ProctorU. In our course in Canvas, go to the Online Testing tab, and you will have instructions on how to set up your appointment. The most important thing is that you create and log into your ProctorU account prior to trying to schedule your appointment. I'm going to go ahead and click on the ProctorU account that I created for myself as a student. And so I've logged in. To schedule the test, I'm going to click here where it says Schedule New Session, and then I need to find the correct test. You're going to start by finding our institution, Lake Sumter State College. You're going to select the correct term. And this is a long list of available tests. You'll need to scroll down until you find the correct one. Now, there are multiple classes using ProctorU, so you'll need to make sure you're registering for the correct test. For example, this seems tempting, MAT1033 Module 1 assessment for the spring, but that's not your instructor. I am not Catherine Slack. So continue looking for the correct test. That is me, Professor Lopez. However, this is not college algebra, so keep looking. And here it is, Professor Lopez, Intermediate Algebra, Module 1 test, January 22nd through the 23rd of 2023. This is the correct test. Click on Find Sessions, and our test will be available in ProctorU Sunday, January 22nd and Monday, January 23rd. So let's say I'm going to try to make an appointment for Sunday, January 22nd, but I want to make it in the morning. So let me see if I can find anything around 10 in the morning. Let's change this to AM. When I hit submit, it's going to come up with available appointments. So you'll see here that there are still morning appointments available. In fact, there's one at 9:30, one at 9:40, and so on. I'm going to go ahead and choose the 9:50 a.m. slot. I'm going to hit select. And next, when I hit schedule, it will go ahead and make the appointment for me. Really important that after you make your appointment that you print your confirmation where it says here print receipt, because that is what you will need to upload into our Canvas assignment as a confirmation. There is no cost involved to you, but there is cost involved to the college. So really important that when you make these appointments that you keep the appointments and that you don't try to change them. So give some thought as to when you are available and when it's convenient for you to take the test, because otherwise the college will pay for a canceled session or a no-show session, and you will not be able to find another available appointment as we get closer to the test date. So you're going to save this receipt as a PDF file. You're going to go back to our Canvas course, and when you go to assignments, you're going to upload that receipt where it says Testing Appointment Confirmations, Module 1 Testing Appointment Confirmation. Now I'm here in instructor mode, but when you are in your student account, you'll see the option to upload the file. It would also be very helpful if you type the date and time of your appointment so that I don't have to open the attachment to be able to see that information unless absolutely necessary. Once you have your testing appointment confirmed, it's really important that you set a reminder to be available a few minutes before your appointment to start setting up your computer and your equipment. Recall that for you to take your test at home using ProctorU, you absolutely must have an external webcam. It cannot be the camera that comes integrated into your computer. It must be an external camera that connects to your computer through a USB port and that can be put on your desktop, on your working surface facing you. Here are some examples of acceptable positions. Notice there's the laptop that the student is using. The camera is sitting on the desk, facing the student, facing the keyboard, facing what the hands are doing and the computer screen. So all of these are acceptable positions. We need to be able to see you, what your hands are doing, as well as the computer screen and keyboard. So notice that you can't do that with the camera um, integrated in your computer or sitting on top of the computer. It must be on your work surface. So you'll need to make sure that all of this is set up before your testing appointment begins, so that as soon as your testing appointment begins, you can start working on your test. So when your testing appointment is coming up, you're going to log into your ProctorU account, click on your appointment, and a live proctor is going to verify your identity, ask you to perform a 360-degree room scan, which means you're just going to swivel your camera around so that we can see the entire room, make sure there's no one else in the room, that you have no unpermitted resources. And then the live proctor will enter the password into your MyMathLab test. So on another tab of your web browser, you will have to have our Canvas course open and then MyMathLab, and then you're going to click on the test, ready to go. When you click on the test, it will have a little box waiting for a password, and that is what the proctor is going to type in for you. The proctor is actually going to be able to access that box and enter the password for you. Once the test is completed, you will submit your test in MyMathLab, and the proctor will close out the ProctorU session. Now, you are going to need to print your work paper in advance. The work paper is found under Assignments, where it says written work for tests. So the Module 1 test work paper submission will have that PDF file for your work paper. You're going to print this ahead of time, show it to the camera when you do your room scan, and then after your test is submitted in MyMathLab, immediately after you submit your test, you will need to scan and upload your written work right here in this Canvas assignment. I do grade manual work to see how it supports your answers in MyMathLab, and oftentimes I find some partial credit that can increase your score from what you initially were given. Really important that you do this right away. In fact, I've made it so that you have to submit it within 10 minutes of submitting your MyMathLab exam. I hope that you find this information helpful. If you still have any questions about using ProctorU after you have viewed this video, feel free to reach out.